Nintendo has officially beat out Yuzu in what has to be the quickest turnaround of events in NTN history. Why is Yuzu dead, and why is Nintendo holding the bloodied knife? Well, let's dive right into it. So we previously had a video all set, edited, ready to go for you guys to talk about Nintendo and Yuzu and breaking down the case against Yuzu that Nintendo was throwing down for, infringement, copyright infringement and piracy. But it seems that fate just has different plans for us. So here is us quickly recording and talking about this pretty shocking development here. So before we get into the case, let's just kind of get all of our players laid out and talk about who all is involved here, right? Yuzu is a Switch emulator being developed, or was being developed, by Tropic Haze. I got to remember to go past tense with all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. All the past tense. R.I.P. Brave Soldier.
Yeah, and a lot of the team members that worked on Yuzu also worked on Citra, which was a 3DS emulator. As far as I can tell, Tropic Haze has been around for a while. They were a company, or are a company, based here in the United States. The program Yuzu was available for Windows, Android, and Linux, and it allowed you to play your favorite Switch games on these devices, right? Pretty standard stuff if you know anything about emulation. The dev blog on their official site has entries as far back as April 2018. So Yuzu and this project has been around for at least 6 years. Nintendo, the playing card company, filed a federal lawsuit against Tropic Haze, claiming that their program facilitated piracy at, quote, a colossal scale. Green, real quick, what were these claims that they're making?
Yeah, so they allege that Yuzu, quote, unlawfully circumvents the security measures that they use to protect their IP, and that they did so through, quote, illegally obtained copies of games. And they're claiming that they also pass these cracked games around on other websites illegally too.
So we do have a quote from Nintendo, and it goes like this. In effect, Yuzu turns general computing devices into tools for massive intellectual property infringement of Nintendo and others' copyrighted works. Today, Yuzu provides any internet user in the world the means to unlawfully decrypt and play virtually any Nintendo Switch game, including Nintendo's current generation and most popular games, without ever paying a dime for Nintendo's console or for that game. And to be clear, there is no lawful way to use Yuzu to play Nintendo Switch games, including because it must decrypt games encryption. So Nintendo is claiming that really one of the biggest titles they had this year, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, was pirated over 1 million times because of Yuzu. Now, there's a lot of different facets to that argument, and about the rights of owners to be able to make copies of games. There's also a lot of discussion that lawyers are having about encryption, decryption, and tools and legality. It's all stuff that is beyond us and really beyond the capacity that we could have that conversation with today.
Hashtag not a lawyer.
Yeah, hashtag not a lawyer. But let's talk real quick about just what happened today of recording. I think this video is going to go out tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. But so as of March 4th, Tropic Haze has announced the official closure of Yuzu and the 3DS emulator Citra. This announcement also comes with Tropic Haze settling the lawsuit with a massive $2.4 million, and that's an American. They also will be deleting any development tools they use for Yuzu, they'll be turning over any modified Nintendo hardware and surrendering the yuzu-emu.org domain.
Yeah, and then Yuzu's developer, Bunny, made an official statement in the Yuzu Discord early Monday morning, March 4th, explaining the shutdown of the emulation service to supporters, while also speaking up about piracy within Tropic Haze. Here's a quote from Bunny. It is, quote, Yuzu and its team have always been against piracy. We started the projects in good faith, out of passion for Nintendo and its console and games. And we're not intending to cause harm. But we see now that because our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware, they have led to extensive piracy. In particular, we have been deeply disappointed when users have used our software to leak game content prior to its release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans, end quote.
So this is going to be a precedent-setting case that will impact emulator developers, emulation in general. If you own certain devices, if you're a video game archivist, and plenty of other people who are in the space, you're going to be impacted by this. I really want to point out, like, if you own devices like an ROG Ally or a Steam Deck, right? Emulation was a big part of the reason people were buying those types of devices. If you own anything like an Ampernic or a Powkiddy, you'll be seeing ripples hit here pretty shortly, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, that would even affect Android. Like a lot of Android users, I have a I think a Good Boy app on my phone that I play Fire Red on ROM on my phone. So that's even like potentially might be, who knows, in the ether right now. Really gray.
Yeah. So we're going to keep our eyes and ears open on this case and its implications moving forward. But until then, let us know your thoughts and concerns in the comments down below. We like to read and respond to as many as we can. And that's going to wrap up this very short video. We, like I said, we had a whole video already for you guys, you know, going out to today, but we had to pivot real quick. But
it was nice and pristine and ready to go.
Yeah, it was. But until our next video, stay safe, stay healthy, keep fighting the good fights, and we'll see you in the next episode.